Hello, and thank you all for joining me. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. I've been busy. We've been traveling back and forth. It's been quite an interesting few months. But I just had to stop by and make a quick video. I have so many great video ideas. It's just about sitting down and actually making them. But today I had to sit down and talk about the fact that these hospitals are really strong arming us. They are really trying to put a kink in our travel nurse game. They are trying to make us go staff, aren't they? So, for those of you who don't know, I started out my travels a little bit late in December of 2021 out in Florida. And even for Florida, the rates were great. We were making about $100 an hour traveling. And suddenly, as we all know, as the need, well, I shouldn't say the need decreased because we're all still very short-staffed, I'm sure. But they said that the need decreased, and so the rates all dropped pretty much nationwide. To the point where it's actually difficult to try and even acquire a travel nurse contract outside of your home state, because by the time you're figuring in, duplicating expenses, see, people think, travel nurses make so much money, but we really have to duplicate expenses. So by the time you are paying a rent and a mortgage, double utility bills, you still have your cell phone bills, you still have your insurance bills, you still have, taxes or whatever you're paying every month. If you're paying condo fees, you're still paying that. So it's insulting. I was looking actually on Aya today. Lower Keys Medical Center. I would love to go to the Keys, but for $11.77 a week, it is not going to cut it. Who is able to find housing and duplicate expenses in Key West for $1,200 a week? I don't know. I don't know how it's being done. Guess what? It's not. They're forcing us all to take local contracts, and that's what most of us, I think, have been doing, to say, we're not going staff, we're still traveling, but acknowledging the fact that the money is just not great enough to travel far right now. So I am currently at a smaller hospital, but it is part of a large university. One of the large universities in the country. I won't say the name, but it is definitely one of the top 5 well-respected Ivy League schools. I have been there for one full contract and a half. I'm halfway through my second contract, and they are now telling travelers that they have to live more than 75 miles from their facility. Which I live about maybe 20 miles from their facility. It is affecting their staff. There are about 5 of us on night shift only that will be having to leave because of this. And management doesn't know what they're going to do. It's a problem system-wide, and they are begging the higher-ups to let them extend us for one more time. Now, in the meantime, they've come at us with an offer to pay our a good chunk of our student loans and give us, a nice sign-on bonus. I think it's like a $10,000 sign-on bonus in exchange for to be paid out over 2 years. And they're kind of really making it a sweet deal to go staff. And I don't want to. A lot of people think that it's not worth it to travel anymore, but I beg to differ. I think if you can find the right contract and the right situation, that it is still very much worth it. A, for the money, and B, for the experience of traveling, and C, for not having to really get involved in any of these hospital politics. It's nice. It's nice not being attached to these hospitals. It really is. And so it angers a lot of us, I think. All of these stipulations. It was like at the height of the pandemic. we were heroes. We were so needed. They couldn't pay us enough. They couldn't do enough for us. And now suddenly they have really managed to pigeonhole how much we can make in, and it's almost like they're deciding where we can work. I don't know why nurses do not have a national union. There are unionized hospitals, I know, but why don't we have a nurses union? It's such a taboo topic. I don't know why. It's just so that we can form united guidelines and kind of look out for each other and have each other's back. I feel like these healthcare systems, these hospital organizations can really do whatever they want. They can dictate whatever they want, and they say jump and we say how high. And I don't, I'm trying to choose my words carefully. I think it's time that we reinvent the wheel here. We need to really look at nursing for what it is, and the scope of practice has really changed. You know, it's not what it was 100 years ago. We are not your Florence Nightingale nurses. We are human beings before we are nurses, right? I'm a human being before I'm a nurse. And I do not like my future being dictated or my future actions being calculated by someone who is not walking in my shoes. That being said, I also get angry when I see people telling other nurses not to take low contracts because we have to work. If that's the only contract available, if that's the only thing in our vicinity, I mean, we have to work. You have to put a roof over your head. You have to feed your family. If you have to take a low-paying contract, you have to take it. But the point is why are there even these low-paying contracts? It's so insulting. It is so insulting. You know, I saw Hawaii, I think, for like $1,500 a week. Hawaii. As expensive as Hawaii is, we know damn well no one is able to duplicate expenses in Hawaii for $1,500 a week. And it's not just Aya. It's all of them. It's all of these travel agencies and even the internal contracts, the hospitals. We need a union to protect us from them as well. I don't know why. I don't know who would be the one to even begin. What organization? I don't know if it's the ANA, the American Nurses Association, who would be the ones to start that. I don't know what their thoughts on a national nurses union are, but I think it's time, right? We're seeing more and more of these beautiful young nurses on YouTube. They're stressed. They're leaving the bedside. They're being bullied. They're overworked. The ratios aren't right. I mean, enough is enough. When do we stand up as nurses for ourselves? Our patients have infinite rights. Where are ours? Who's looking out for us? I don't know. I haven't really seen anyone step up to bat yet for us. So maybe it's time we did for ourselves. Let me know what you think in the comments. Have you heard anything? Why in the world, you know, plumbers have a union, electricians have a union. I think it's time that nurses really sit back and think of the benefits that a union would bring to our lovely profession. All right. So stay happy, stay traveling. Let me know where your travels have brought you. Are you still out there? Are you still going far? Are you making the money you were once making? Have you decided to take a staff position? Let me know. All right. I look forward to hearing from you all soon.